Welcome to the Lori Robertson Podcast, where I guide entrepreneurs and business leaders towards lasting success in their businesses. I am your host, Lori Robertson, and in today's episode, we're going to be uncovering the secrets to mastering productivity in your business. Now, whether you are a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, these strategies will help you make the most of your time and resources. Now, if you're anything like me, being productive can be a little challenging, especially when you are a new entrepreneur and you are working from home. Being productive can be somewhat challenging because there are so many things that you could be doing, like looking at TV, cleaning your house, taking care of kids, looking after the pet, finding something to eat. I mean, any and everything can take you away from being productive. So, let's start by first defining what productivity is. It's not just about getting more done, but it's about getting the right things done efficiently. Productivity is the backbone of any successful business when it comes to your business, right? So when you master productivity, you free up time for innovation, creativity, and growth. And so if you don't take the time to um, set aside certain tasks that you need to do to become productive, then it's going to affect your business and it's going to affect the bottom line, which is the money, right? So, one of the first secrets to mastering productivity is prioritization. Now, there is something that I don't know, which I had never heard of this when I was doing my research, but it's called the Eisenhower Matrix. I'd never heard of this and I thought it was kind of fascinating, but it is a tool that helps you distinguish between what's urgent and what's important, right? So urgent tasks demand immediate attention, but important tasks contribute to long-term goals. Now, I'd never heard of this particular tool. So that's something that if you want to try to have this help you, then I would advise you to look it up, the Eisenhower Matrix, and utilize that tool so that it can help you because it's going to be something that's going to help you out in the long term. And so I think that's something that I'm going to implement as well. So now, the second thing is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This rule suggests that 80% of our results comes from 20% of our efforts. Focus on that vital 20% to maximize your output. So, let me just share one quick tip. At the beginning of each week, which this is usually what I do, but spend at least 10 to 15 minutes at the beginning of the week. And you should also do this every single day. But list out the tasks and categorize them using these methods. So, what another great tool that you can do is get a calendar, right? If you can, you can do a Google Calendar and you can color code it because I used to do this a lot when I was working in corporate America and I do it now. But I also have an app that I use to generate, to list all of my tasks and I check them off as I go along. And it's an amazing tool because it does so much more. But I use that as well. And I'll leave a link down in the show notes so that you can check it out. And see if that's something that can help you. But if you use, something as simple as a Google Calendar and just color code each one of the tasks that you have and prioritize them in the order of importance, you can get a lot done. So that's very, very powerful. And also, like I said, the tool that I use is also it's an app. It's called a Let's Go app, and I use it to do my task, a habit tracker and stuff like that to help me prioritize my task so I can make sure I get everything I need to get done every day and in a timely manner. Okay, so let's talk about time management techniques that can turbocharge your productivity. Now, this is awesome and it goes in line when I was talking about the calendar, but it's time blocking, right? Block out some time. You can allocate specific blocks for time for different tasks, right? Just like the color coded thing. And this keeps you focused and creates a sense of urgency. And when you do this, You can eat, or you can do something. It's simple. These things don't really have to be hard. You can take a timer, right? And say, okay, this is my most important task that I have to do today. And so set your timer for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long you think it's going to take, and only work on those particular tasks until the timer goes off. Once the timer goes off, then you go to your next task, and then you allocate it by however many minutes that you want to do in the day. Now, if you start to do that and you see that you need a longer time, then the next day allocate a little bit more time. But you have to play around with it until you find your actual flow. But time blocking definitely works. So definitely try that. Then we have a technique where you work in focused sprints of 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. This method can improve concentration and reduce burnout. So that's kind of sort of falling in line with the time blocking. But instead of doing like 5, 10, you set a definite time for each individual task period of 25 minutes. After you finish with the 25 minutes, you don't hop to the next task. You wait 5 minutes, stretch, go get you something to eat, get you some fruit, go get some air, take 5 minutes, and then go back and do your next task for 25 minutes. So, and the tip that I said is just, use that timer. So if you use a timer, then you can keep track of what you're doing based on the timer. You can use it on your phone. You can, we have all of this technology that we can use on our phone that can help us become better at what we need to do and be more productive in our businesses, okay? Now, in today's digital age, leveraging technology is crucial for productivity. So there are some things that you can use called project management tools, right? So you can utilize platforms like Trello, Asana, or Monday.com to keep your projects organized and your team aligned. Now, again, like I said, I use an app that does this for me. So all of this that I'm saying, some of these are some you can go look it up. Some of them have free tools, and some of them they charge you they charge you for these tools as well. But like I said, I will definitely leave the link down in the show notes so that you can take a look at this. It's because it's an all-in-one tool, and it can manage the products, and it's automated. So that's my next thing is automation. You want to automate repetitive tasks with tools like Zapier. This frees up your time for more strategic work. So if you regularly review your tools to ensure that they're still meeting your needs, that will, because sometimes you'll get tools that you were using and they were great in the beginning, but as you advance and as you do more things, you may not need that tool. You may need something else that's more elaborate or whatever the case is. So having a tool that you can use that encompasses everything is so important because it saves you time, right? And then you can be more productive, okay? Another key to productivity is delegation. So, if you are a one man or one woman show, this may not apply to you. But let's say that your business is very successful and it's gotten to the point where you have a team. You need to be able to delegate, right? So, what you want to do is you want to identify strengths, okay? So, you have to know your own strengths and weaknesses first before you can delegate any task to anybody else. So you know what you're good at and what you're not good at. So whatever it is that you're not good at, delegate that task to other people that's on your team that can do the job better. So that way it won't consume so much of your time. Hence, you can be more productive. And then also a good thing to do with your team is you have to empower them, right? You need to trust your team to take ownership of the task. Whatever task you decide to delegate to them, make sure that they take ownership of it. This not only increases productivity, but it also will boost the morale of your team. And when that happens, success definitely follows, okay? So one thing that you should do when you do decide, or if you get to the point that you want to delegate, is to hold regular check-ins to provide support without micromanaging. Oh my goodness, I used to hate that when I was in corporate, someone micromanaging me, because we're all adults. We should always be able to do our job, right? And you don't need anybody looking over your shoulder trying to tell you, oh, did you do this? Did you do that? It's time for you to do this and time for you to do that. So please make sure that you don't do that with your team, because when you start to delegate your tasks to other people, it can make your business move along so much smoother and the productivity will skyrocket. So finally, and this is very, very important, you want to maintain a work-life balance. And I will say the last company that I was in corporate, that was their main goal, to have a work-life balance. And I absolutely love that company because they allowed you to take off time for mental health days. They let you take off on Fridays. They stressed it. They, during the day, they made you take breaks. They created things where, you could take exercises and things like that. And they always emphasize, make sure you take your days off. So it is so important to maintain a healthy work-life balance. So you have to set clear boundaries to yourself, especially, and if you have team members. So establish clear work hours and stick to them. If you're only going to work 4 hours a week, stick to it. After the 4 hours, stop working. If you have a team and they work Monday through Friday, and you say, okay, guys, we're going to work Monday through Friday, but you're only going to work 4 hours. Don't let them work 5 hours. Don't let them work on the weekends. Or if you're going to work Monday through Thursday, make sure they take off on Fridays. Set those clear boundaries, because it's going to make a difference in your business, okay? And the productivity will skyrocket. And then also remember, like I said, going back to my corporate company, we took breaks. So don't underestimate the power of rest. Short breaks can rejuvenate your mind and enhance focus. It is so important. When you feel like you're, getting tired, just stop. Don't overdo it, because when you're starting to get yourself drained, your productivity is going to go down. So I want you to consider incorporating wellness practices like meditation or exercise into your routine as well. Whether you're a one-man or woman show or you have a team, set some time each day for something like that. Even in the morning, if you want to, if you're by yourself, take the mornings and do some meditation. If you have a team, maybe do it all together, or maybe on their lunch break, or whatever the case may be. Emphasize doing some exercise, going out stretching, taking a walk, getting away from that desk. It will definitely help the productivity. So there you have it. Those are the secrets that I have today to mastering productivity in your business. Prioritize effectively, manage your time wisely, leveraging technology, delegating tasks, and maintaining a healthy work balance in your business will definitely increase that productivity. Now, if you have found this episode helpful, please subscribe, share, and leave a review. Now, join me next time for some more insights on elevating your business to new heights. I'm not quite sure what I want to talk about on the next episode, but I know that I want to start giving you more actionable tips, more things that you can actually do like right now, right? I want you to be able to implement a strategy right now that can make a difference in your business. So until then, stay productive and keep striving for excellence. Thanks for listening to my podcast, and I will see you on the next podcast episode. Bye for now.